Well, good day everybody. Welcome here to the Division 7 game, the 5AA Division 7 game between Smithfield and Adelaide Lutheran. Smithfield, well, they've had a bit of a long year, a long couple of years it's turned into. Adelaide Lutheran, well, they have been top of the ladder this year. It's been a very good start for them as they look to go towards Division 6. Games away, and the first tap goes the way of Adelaide Lutheran. We're going to have that one thrown back up again. Panthers, only the one change. A late out as well. Jordan Ashby found his way out. Meanwhile, the ball's congested in the middle of the ground. Fire towards the outer side, and now here they go trying to move it through the Panthers. Scrappy contest to start, not unexpected given the weather in Adelaide. What you need to do is have a little bit of a look at the players as they come in for quarter time. It's been raining cats and dogs just about all morning here in the festival state. Well, it's going to be a ball up. Jordan on the camera, Lockie Gould bringing this one to you. Great to be back in Division 7 grassroots footy. These guys looking to get where the teams like Rocks and Port District are, up towards the top of the ladder. Great to be back on Filming Footy's YouTube channel as well for this game. Trust you're going to enjoy the coverage. Meanwhile, ball out wide. That one's going to come back up, and you can hear a few of the Resi's boys just enjoying their win. Smithfield got the job done there. Only a few goals kicked in that one. And my ball goes up again. Not able to quite trap it. Running after it then was Temmie. He wasn't able to take it now. First entry inside forward 50. Goes away the Panthers. Wouldn't this be a scalp? Meanwhile, just trying to defend desperately and get it towards the line. Off the deck! There we go! Good start. Goal kicker looks to be Thompson. Straight off the deck. And that's what they wanted. They've come ready to play here, Smithfield. And that proves it there. Goal going through off the boot of Thompson. One straight 6. Visitors yet to score. Smithfield, Adelaide Lutheran. Great first start, don't forget as well. Great to be here at the home of the Panthers. And the Panthers are supported by Ray White, Anglevale, Allied Waste and 7 Men Elizabeth Shopping Centre. All great businesses. Don't forget as well, Archie's BOG will get an interview. We're going to do, because we've got a few pairs of Archies and a few pairs of Dartfish, we're going to do best for the losers and best for the winners as well at the end of this one. And don't forget as well around Filming Footy for the broadcast, Macro Merchandise, Sportal Scoreboard, Dartfish, Sam Doonan and Co Real Estate as well. So one straight 6 plays yet to score. Of course, that's on the Sportal Scoreboard. Great to have Sportal back on board again. Kick out wide, and that one's just would stay in. No one able to quite get that one under control in any meaningful way. We're going to have that one thrown up there. Temmie again, he's been busy. A few of the boys waiting to come back on the ground. 81 as well. Sam Werman got a strip there to make up the one. Meanwhile, Scott off half back is able to just power it up the ground. Knocked away. It's a pretty good podcast, Zach Scott, from what I've heard. Ball about to get thrown back into play. Talks all about footy. I think he's talked to Smithfield on there before. Well worth a listen for the Smithfield viewers. Of course, speaking of listens, between the posts, don't forget. Ball comes back in. Collected there at the front of the pack, waiting. It's Timpano. Just gets it forward, and that one's going to go just sit. Getting over the line, and does out in front there of Curry. They've mentioned this a couple of times, just in terms of Smithfield's position on the ladder. Bottom of the pyramid doesn't get worse from where they are, unfortunately. So the only way is up is the good news for them. Meanwhile, looks like the player out there with the footy is Craig, who's he's been collected in the end, and now the Panthers are just trying to get it inside forward 50. Rolling towards the line, kept in. Oh, well, he was trying to do something impossible there, Thompson, but it didn't quite work. Almost a soccer skills on par with that we've seen in North America over the last couple of weeks, or the last month almost now, getting into the quarterfinal of that competition. And my ball up the line. Collected there by Miles. He just turns and gets it inside forward 50, knocked away. Crucial moment then. Going to be a ball up and again. The tape in good use there for Berra, who's needed a little bit of assistance. Not the only one at Smithfield. Scott himself had that situation as well, using the 31 or the 81. Ball off the deck, collected and comes charging straight through. Just a nice, good ball out of the defence there for Lutheran. Coming back the other way, they'll be looking to win today. Kick coming in from Squire. So Squire's kick might have gone all the way. How's it? They're looking pretty confident on the bench. And the umpire says point, so it's touched. Squire's ball, though, went all the way. And in the end, Lutheran able to take the behind. 1-1-7, yet to score. Sportal scoreboard, Smithfield. Yes, that's right, Smithfield, early stages. Starting very, very well here in the rain. So they look to win for the first time all year in Panther Park. Meanwhile, it's going to be a ball up here. Round 12 of this fantastic competition. 5AA, of course, the naming rights partner. Great station. They'll be broadcasting some footy themselves tonight with the Crows and the Suns. Worth listening there. Meanwhile, the ball at the back. And kick just off a step. High up and hope and collected by Scott. That was brilliant. That was a brilliant piece of roving. His kick towards the pocket didn't quite work out. A nice mark taken there by Manuel, who just looks... doesn't have a lot to go to. So back down the line, a long, booming ball. Really nice mark taken as well. So just working it by height at the minute in wet conditions. Lutheran making it look like a little bit of a dry football. Told to go. I'm told to push down the line, rather. It's a kick. Again, looking for this marking target coming from the back. Wasn't quite able to grab it. That one's going to go towards the line. Just sitting and collected in the end. So here goes Smithfield. Oh, kick turned over. That's not what you want. You can hear the groans as Williams takes the ball. He's too far out, you would think, to trouble the scorers from 60 metres. But he drills a ball inside now, Smithfield. But undefensively, they repel really the first entry. Dropped then by Ruiz, who gets it going forward anyway. Collected. Here we go. An opportunity for a second goal. Oh, into the post. Footy's a cruel game sometimes. And Thompson found that out the hard way. So the kick off a step. And towards the outer side, bounces past a couple of players. Does it stay in? It does, only momentarily though. So trying to work that one of the line, he did. So the umpire says we're going to throw this one back in. Ball not quite able to be won until eventually it was by Lutheran. So they just go high up and under. That's holding on free kick. Going the way of Williams. Williams gets it inside forward 50. The back of the contest. He was waiting. He was crumbing. It was dangerous work from Curry. And he's got a goal for his troubles. So he adds another to the list of goal kickers for the game. 2 so far. Curry, Thompson. And on the Sportal scoreboard, 139, 1 straight 6. Don't forget as well, Ray White, Anglevale, Allied Waste and 7 Men's Elizabeth Shopping Centre. Great sponsors of the Smithfield Footy Club, who, as I've said, currently lead this contest. 139, 1 straight 6. And of course, Archie's Filming Footy, Macro Merchandise, Sportal Scoreboard, Dartfish, Sam Doman and Co. Real Estate also doing some great things for us as well here in Div 7 of the Adelaide Footy League. But they do great jobs up in Div 1 as well. Some good games going on up there. We'll sure get an update from around the grounds. Meanwhile, that ball's just going to get extracted out. A little effort there. The cricket pitch in the middle of the ground already looks a little bit muddy. It's a really nice diving mark taken. So Curry was the last goal kicker. He's going to get another opportunity now. Certainly conditions not for the faint-hearted out here. Rain absolutely bucketing down. as Curry takes the shot just off a step. Towards the line it goes. And in the end, that one looks like it's going to get balled back up. But it's thrown back up, tapped backwards and kicked off a step. It looks like it's going to come back, be thrown back into play. Just waiting for that to get sorted out. Calls here coming on the ground. Smith would make a swap. Lots of embrace there as well for Mitchell Taylor. So kick. Drilled out wide. That one's missed everything. Going to come back in now. So Adelaide Lutheran, how much of this will they be focusing in terms of, well, I'm ticking the box here today, but how much of an attention will be on next week, of course. Big challenge. Massive challenge next week as well. They've got Central United and then West Croydon before the split. Top of the ladder currently, Lutheran. 10 wins, 1 loss. Best in Div 7. And Patwell's it back in. Collects at the back and just kicked forward in the end. It was a nice effort coming from McIntyre. Towards the line it goes and over and out. Yeah, thrown back into play. So the umpire waits. The wind plays absolute havoc with just about everything. The gazebo just about holding strong as the conditions in Adelaide rear their head once again. Ball thrown back up. Nearly extracted in the middle. No one able to quite get that one out. No surprise given the conditions, really. Both teams struggling in terms of efficiency so far. As the wind wails. Meantime, ball. There they go. So the kick coming from Zoo. That's what I've been told to call him. That's the nickname apparently they're rolling with. Zachary Hentes Anger.
What's the one in the middle?
Hi. So John said that he wanted us to promote the Smithfield Club and say something.
Come on in, yes.
We're not too sure what to say though, so what do we do to say and things like that?
That's alright, give me 2 seconds to pull the mic off, that's alright.
We don't have that on the mic.
We don't know what to say.
Day coming up. We've got presentations, as you know, and yeah, there's more in the making.
Yeah, 100%. The canteen, I've just been having a coffee as well. That's absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
I have to get a good coffee.
Yeah, you guys do a good coffee.
Gravy? hot chips gravy.
Oh, there we go. So there you go. There's my halftime feed.
There's also waffles with ice cream and strawberries and chocolate topping.
Well, if you're in the Smithfield area, turn off the YouTube stream. Well, maybe listen to it in the car and come on down. Girls, thanks so much for jumping on. Really appreciate it. I'm sure we'll hear from you later in the day. Thanks so much, girls, and good luck for the rest of the year as well.
Yeah, we're going to get the next 2 wins.
Yes, there we go. Next 2 wins, and then, of course, the split comes in as well. Great to hear from some of the Smithfield locals as well that are out here bleeding blue and white for this club. So they do a great job. The guys out here, the guys and girls that just spend hours upon hours volunteering. Great to hear from them as well on the call, and the women getting a win. Fantastic news. They mentioned the sponsors as well. Sponsors Day coming up, so don't forget. Got Ray White, Anglevale, they'll be out here. Allied Waste, 7 Men's, Elizabeth Shopping Centre, along with Archie's Filming Footy, Macro Merchandise, Sportal Scoreboard, Dartfish, Sam Doman and Co Real Estate. So they're not sponsors per se of Smithfield, those all but the first 3, but they are sponsors for the Adelaide Footy League as well. Don't forget, checking in with the scoreboard, 2 straight 12, 1, 3, 9. So Smithfield falling behind in this one. That one's out and over the boundary line. As we get ready to go again. So footy kicked high and long. Back and just sliding in, taking a nice grab there. The Sewer, who's going to go back and have an opportunity at goal here. See what he's able to do. Was about to get thrown back in to play here, just in front of that lovely looking car, and a few fans enjoying the festivities. There it is, doing the ruck again. There is the Sewer, who's just lost that one there. Now coming to the bench here. Prez, Jaden Presley, 24. Says he's feeling comfortable, which is good to see. We'll have to get him on later for a chat as well. Kick up the line. Nearly collected in the end there by McIntyre. And he calls a high from the bench. Meanwhile, the ball's still in dispute. And this one thrown up. 2 straight 12, 1, 3, 9. That's on the Sportal scoreboard. Owen rolling. I'm getting ready to roll into the field. Got a little bit of the title of the enforcer. Does Irwin. Meanwhile, at the back, and a really nice defensive mark taken here at Smithfield. What a great opportunity it is to be down here in Div 7. Coming back, and does Lutheran make a change as well? So Nishki comes onto the field. Meanwhile, kick in the middle of the ground. About to come off the boot of Lutheran, and there's a whistle that's gone.
Paddy! 35!
Now, ball in the hands there of Williams. So Williams, the ball's ended up inside forward 50. Really nice mark taken as well. To go back and have an opportunity at goal here. Adelaide Lutheran. Some good ball movement so far. 1, 3, 9, 2 straight 12. Lutheran an opportunity to extend their lead after they were jumped a little bit by Smithfield in the first couple of minutes. So Skips in the run-up, kicks it. Goal. Oh, there we go. The bow and arrow is released. Bobby Xavier Dersmer out there has kicked that one, but there is a goal. Fantastic work out there for Adelaide Lutheran. Goal kicker, Jaya Warrior. He's kicked that one. Back in the middle, we get ready to go. So, Moria adds their third. 3 straight 18, 1-3-9. It's a 9-point ball game. And here at Smithfield. They've been known to just have dips, Smithfield, this season, where they just sort of turn off, and when they wake back up, they find themselves behind massively on the scoreboard, collected and running out of the defensive end, out of the midfield. There is Starry. So Starry's kick, well, nearly collected and into the dirt. Have a look at the water come off there. It's going to end up getting thrown back into play there. Ball in dispute still. The ruck was a bit of a dead heat. Meanwhile, flicked wide. Waiting at the back there was Starry. So Starry's ball nearly collected. It was in the end turned over as Lutheran win the football. And, well, they've hit a guy they weren't going for there. Miller Scrumpiani, or Craig, so I've been told to call him. Ball at the back and a really nice defensive mark taken there from Adelaide Lutheran. To kick up the line. A few players as the ball falls off hands. Trying to win it through, wasn't able to do that. Oh, the turnover. Warrior for 2 in a minute. No. So 1-4-10 plays 3-1-19 now. Oh, sorry, 1-3-10 plays 3-1-19. So 10-point ball game, Sportal scoreboard. Well, let's come back into play. Plenty of players after some options. Kicks down the line. Drifting in and taking a really nice mark as well. Yeah. Was Boot. As he kicks off hands of Bull Fools, and now they are away. End up in the hands of Taylor. It was only momentarily though. As Lutheran grab it again, and Williams looks, has a leading option in the pocket, wasn't quite able to get it in the hands there of Curry. Ball bounces over and out, and we'll have this one thrown back into play. 1-3-9, 3-1-19. Waiting to come back in and enter the battle is Thomas Bradley, who's just looking around.
We want Gussie to go to 7. Hold up! Hold up! Not yet, not yet, not yet! When you can!
Umpire just waiting, and you can hear the sounds. The coach is trying to give instructions there. Potentially a tagging job coming. One of the Smithfield players. Meanwhile, Holloway wasn't able to work his way out of that one. Ball goes up. Tap back down. On the deck here, Curry, they're very dangerous. They're trying to just work that one through. Warrior, an opportunity for his second, went begging a moment ago. Nearly got to re-throw the dice, and it looks like he's missed. Well, that ball was conceded, so out of the outer side, it's Sewer, who's would kick towards an option in Ruiz. As that one ends up over the line. So I don't know whether or not he was going to the player that was running away from him or whether or not he meant Ruiz, but either way it's ended up over the line. Ball thrown back in. On hands and knees is Petrie. He was originally delayed out. He was back into the team. Missing out Jordan Ashby. Not quite sure why. Wasn't able to quite get to the bottom of that one before the broadcast started, but might have to ask whichever one of the Smithfield boys will get on at half-time.
Be stronger, Dave! Be stronger!
My feeling is it'll probably be Zach Scott. So we'll throw him back. We go again. Ball collected momentarily as it gets towards the line. We'll throw this one back in again. 1-3-9, 3-2-20, Sportal scoreboard. Now the kick off a step. Oh, really strong in the air, and a nice mark taken there. Temi had to juggle it to complete it. Did, and then turned and just off a step Kicks it in a little bit of hope. Oh, fell straight into his lap. There, a really nice mark taken by Williams. Williams looks around. Not sure what options he's got on. Might have to go back and have a little bit of a shot. Seems confident at this. Kick towards goal and knocked away at the last second. So still in play down there. No one able to win that one out, and the umpire says we'll throw that one back up. Williams as well, this year, 9 games, 15 goals. And funnily enough, ended up playing 1 game at Hackham as an under 14. So that was in 2014. Long time between drinks. Boy was a Hawk, but alas, now plays for Adelaide Lutheran. Ball thrown back in, doing the rucking there as well. Meanwhile, ball collected, and here goes Starry, a player that's really caught my eye so far. Kick up the line, off hands, and no one able to quite win that one out. Collected and handballed forward. Meanwhile, still a little bit of a scrap away at the minute. 2:37's going at it at the minute. Umpire says we'll throw that one out. And do that for Smithfield and Coote. Meanwhile, kick just comes out of traffic, rolling towards the boundary line, collected in the end. Nicely done. Sawyer had to find an option and did. Squire. So across the ground, they've ended up trapped themselves really on the entry to the centre square here. Far side of the ground and the defensive side of the square. Ball trickled out, collected momentarily, and then in the end it was. Kick inside forward 50. Off hands, brilliantly roved. Potentially was caught in 2 minds and the ball spills out of his hands. Still they chase after it. Collected now and the umpire says we're going to have this one off. Jaden Catford there. Nearly did a brilliant piece of roving. Let's see what he's able to do now. Collected and the ball fired forward. And here they go. Collected at momentarily at the back. Was about to be driven out of defence from Lutheran. They're going to do it by hand. They might have done themselves into a little bit of trouble. They get away with it. Just a kick up the ground in hope more so than strategy. Oh, that was brilliant. Timpano just comes running out of the pack with the football. Kick up towards half forward. Curry collects. Kicks inside. There's a player one out. It looks to be Warrior. Warrior needs to grab. Warrior, well, he got back up to his feet. Oh, Scott back there. Desperate defending.
Oh, good Zachy boy, good Zachy boy.
And you can hear the call, a good Zachy boy. And he's ended up winning the football. That is what he's all about, Zach Scott. So, played some footy at Brummer Lodge, did Scott. Meanwhile, gets it to Catford. And Catford's kick bounces down and collected in the end. Oh, really, really nice work off half-back Packer, like he was a half-backer in the NFL. Kick going across ground now. Comes from Hoff. And grabbed by Scott again. Scott only momentarily had it, then went back in and tried to win it. He's playing some good footy at the minute, Smithfield. Lutheran just a little bit too classy on the scoreboard. Curry left it behind. Bounced past him and still they try and work it towards the line. Plenty on here, a real tight tussle in the last few minutes. Meanwhile, scoreboard 139, 3-2-20. That's thanks to Sportle, doing a great job. Sportle. Ball about to get thrown back into play here. 5AA Division 7 action. Again, great to have them on board this year. Really supporting community footy. 5AA. Meanwhile, the kick comes out. And nice mark. If you want to support them, best way of doing that. Crows Suns tonight. They should have that game covered. They do all the Adelaide games. Join them. Meanwhile, the ball brought back down. Oh, Cadford did some nice roving. Fired it back. And just trying to get it started on the outer side. It's a dangerous looking kick that just didn't quite work out over the head of its intended target. Meanwhile, going to that thrown back in. So not playing broadcast side at the minute. Far side of the ground. Head towards the road. You'll be able to see the cars whizzing by. Looking for a little bit of someone to find the accelerator out here. Really launch either team into action now. There it is. Quarter time, 1:39, 3:2:20. So Smithfield, they were the fast starters, couldn't maintain their lead. Adelaide Lutheran were able to jump out to an 11-point advantage at the quarter time break. Plenty more footy coming on the other side of this. Wow, Smithfield Panthers, Adelaide Lutheran, live from Smithfield Oval.
Our name is derived from the Greek prefix, macro, large. From the day we were born, this has been a promise for the future. We have grown through dedication, sweat, self-denial, faithful to our mission of being on the side of those who put themselves on the line. Through our name, we celebrate the greatness of those who believe there are no obstacles higher than their dreams. The courage to get back up after falling. The obstinacy of believing until the end. These are the values embedded in our logo. The Macron Hero. It's a celebration of sacrifice and tenacity. Up until your personal victory. Until your arms are in the sky. Become your own hero.
Welcome back. It's been a good start to this game for both teams. Smithfield and Adelaide Lutheran, 3-2-20. Adelaide Lutheran, that one there is 1-3-9. Adelaide Lutheran by 11 points. That's on the Sportal scoreboard. But they did have the fast start there, Smithfield. They'll be hoping for the same thing again to see if they can close that margin. They led by as high as the 8-point buffer, I believe it was in the end. 7 points, sorry, the 7-point buffer. Meanwhile, about to get into the middle of the ground. Adelaide Lutheran, their highest lead has been 11 points, which is where it sits currently. See what we're able to do. So we wait for some fans to get off the outer side of the ground, and we are away. Umpire holds the ball aloft, and it's twirled skyward. Here we go. Ball tapped down, collected, and tries to go charging through there. Wasn't able to do much with it. There was Temi. So Starry kicks towards the outer side. Oh, sorry, the near side. Ball just bouncing. Chasing after it here and nearly collecting the football in the end was Nishki. Given across to McShane, and McShane's kick. Sorry, apologies. It was actually Zoo with the footy. Meanwhile, we'll go again. Collected at the back as that's collected at the back there by Williams. Now it's played towards Nishki. The ball inside forward 50 and a really nice mark taken as well. Backing back is Williams. So Williams looks and takes his time. He's going to have to kick all of about 50-odd metres here, so he should be able to do that. See what he does. Oh, drills the ball into the pocket. Loose checking from Smithfield. And in the end, they end up paying for that. The ball in the hands there of McShane. And McShane was one of the key protagonists, or antagonists, depending on which side of the defence you sit on. Kicked 4 goals and was named in the best, Wilson McShane. So can he add one more? His 5th goal against Smithfield this year, looking pretty good, and drills it home. So there it goes. Through the middle. McShane adds to his tally. His first on the day, 5th against Smithfield this year. Of course, that result was a large demolition for those that missed it. 34-18, 2-2-2. That was Adelaide Lutheran. That was the last time they met. Smithfield 0-5-5, a 217-point demolition led by Rankin, who's not out there today. He kicked 11 goals in that game. So that's probably was welcome news for Smithfield at the selection table. Already the result should be 11 goals closer. Meanwhile, collected momentarily and in the end just about controlled by Boo, who's going to have that footy thrown back up. Ball at the front. Starry chasing after it. Good tackle laid. And Smithfield are going to have that football thrown back up again. So in the ruck, no one able to quite win that one cleanly. Meanwhile, the ball's just panelled out. McIntyre doing a good job in there, and the umpire says we'll throw that one back up. 139-42-26. That is the latest on the Sportal scoreboard. Tap down. Oh, that was straight down the throat then of Ruiz from McIntyre. Meanwhile, collected at half back as the kick just comes, at half forward, the kick comes inside forward 50. A couple of leading players. Curry was smart enough to wait. They worked it down numerically to Warrior, and Warrior missed. So now, ball in the hands of the player there in Squire. So Squire's kick down the line. Mark intercepted. And it's going to come back the other way. So kick off a step. Borges. Oh, they have free kick. And it is going to go the way of Scott. So Scott points direction towards the broadcast side. Nice of him to think of us out here. And over the line it goes. Ball's going to get thrown back into play. Plenty of calls for Prez to get up there. That's Jaden Presley. Tap down, collected. Starry. Over the line. So, we'll let it come back into play. Does. The ball was out and it's going to be given back there. So it's going to be Hentes Onga who was tackled. Meanwhile, ball's thrown back up. Collected there. Tammy tries to work his way through. Collected at the back and then fired there towards Squire. Squire's kick out in front of Scott. Scott just kicks it up to himself. Has a padding to work with. Snaps around his body. Finds a target. He's going to get it back again, Scott. So, padding the fantasy stats at the minute, if I've ever seen it. Ball, meanwhile, collected at half back. Kick. Goes up towards Curry, and Curry's just through his hands there. Meanwhile, at the back, Warrior fights, and in the end, against his opponent in Young, the ball ends up going over the line. So 139 for 327. Sportal scoreboard. Great sponsors. Thanks for having them on. Meanwhile, collected at the back and just fired forward. Ball tapped, and at half forward, they just try and work it forward here, Adelaide Lutheran. That one's going to be a ball up, though. Of course, don't forget the rest of our fantastic sponsors. And some fantastic sponsors of the Smithfield Footy Club as well. Ray White, Anglevale, Allied Waste, and Seven Men Elizabeth Shopping Centre. All streams are supported by Archie's. Of course, best for both teams. The winner and the loser will be selected because we've got about 4,000 Archies to give away. So we'll make sure we get them to some worthy winners. Of course, a massive thanks to be back on the Filming Footy YouTube channel. Great to be back. It has been a long time. Macro Merchandise, Sportal Scoreboard, Dartfish, and Sam Doman and Co. Real Estate in Division 7 we find ourselves, who are, of course, sponsored by 5AA. They're the naming rights sponsor to this division. And they do a great job calling some footy as well. They'll be at the Oval tonight, I can only imagine. Meanwhile, collected at the back there by Ruiz. Ruiz's kick, just a high up and under. Dropped, well, one he probably should have taken and didn't. Meanwhile, ball spills loose. Whistle's gone. Ball's going back, and it is collected in the end there by Mitchell Taylor. So Taylor had a pretty good start. Kicks up the line. Sawyer left it behind. Kick forward again. Bouncing ball. Again tapped backwards. Neshke nearly able to get it out. Sawyer collects it. Gives a little hand pass on the dirt. That was going to be caught holding the ball. Really good work. And these two, Haites Anga and they've been really good. Boo and Zoo together is what they're called at the footy club. I've adopted that on the broadcast a couple of times. Meanwhile, tried to get that away. They weren't able to. So the ball's going to come back into play. Just waiting now for this one to get thrown back into play. Umpire, a couple of revs, throws it back in. No one able to really win that one out. And that one's going to be thrown back up again. Thompson down, doing the ruck work, kicked a goal to start. He's a good footballer too. Thompson was having a little bit of a read of some of his numbers. I'll get them out in a minute when we get a break in play. Starry fires it forward. Kick it, goal coming! And missed. So, in the end, that one goes through for a behind. I did promise to have a little bit of a look at Thompson's numbers, so I'll do that now for you. We just have a momentary break in play. Bailey Thompson, 193 games across his career for 242 goals. This year, 11 games, 18 goals. And has played for 5 Adelaide Footy League teams, including Bramah Lodge and West Croydon as well. Fellow Div 7 teams. So really almost a steward of this league. Of course, not all the time those teams will in Div 7. It's the great thing about the Adelaide Footy League promotion relegation. It all changes. Anyone can find themselves down here. Meanwhile, Scott extracts the football. Shoot off a little 15-metre chiseler. Got it up towards Hoff. Whose kick found Ruiz, and then Ruiz went up the line. Collected in the end. Charging through as the kick goes up towards half forward. Looked laterally. That was really good. And a nice mark taken as well. Owen with the ball, and he'll look to strike through. Michael Owen shares his name with a pretty good striker. Of course, the Englishman played for Real Madrid, Manchester United. And now his AFL variety looks to go back. 9 career goals. This would be a big kick for him. Kicks. And, well, he has kicked it like a defender, unfortunately. That one over the point line for a behind, and to be brought back in by Squire. 1-4-10, 4-4-28. An 18-point ball game here. Smithfield down by 3 goals. That's on the Sportal scoreboard. Meanwhile, Zach Scott's got a lot of footy in this second quarter. Good news for him personally, not so much for his team. Playing at the wrong end of the ground. Meanwhile, the kick from Irwin was up the line. And that should be a mark, and it is a mark. Going the way of Owen. So Owen's kick. And towards Neshke. Oh, sorry, McShane, apologies. Meanwhile, that one's collected there. And sent forward. Meanwhile, just trying to work it off. The kick. Hangs along the boundary line. Meanwhile, collected just about on the line as they try and work it forward. Smithfield fighting on hands and knees, and meanwhile McShane was able to extract it. Got up towards his fellow teammate there. And now the kick from Williams is inside forward 50. Adelaide Lutheran pressing their case at the minute. Off the deck. And a really strong defensive mark taken by Young. They needed that, Smithfield. A couple of options. The kick from Squire is out towards Starry, and Starry able to leave his opponent, just grasping at air. Fends off another. Kicks inside it with a pretty good effort. Meanwhile, the ball's collected and fired back the other way. So here goes Starry. Starry gives a little hand pass off towards McIntyre. And they're just messing around with it a little bit here. Smithfield, a little couple of fumbles. Meanwhile, fired past its intended target. Door open again for Adelaide Lutheran to run through. High up and under. No one able to quite win that one out. Now collected by Squire. So Squire's kick. And towards a 1-on-1 that's becoming a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1 in favour of Adelaide Lutheran. They wanted holding the man, the Smithfield bench. It wasn't rewarded in the end. Meanwhile, kick out towards the big man there, who's able to just get out of it. Owen had one arm wrapped around him and span out of it like a ballerina. Meanwhile, taking a really nice diving mark, almost a slips catch there, was McIntyre. Then goes out towards Squire. Squire's kick. Didn't quite work out as the 34 and the 32 for Smithfield try and work in tandem. Zach Scott arrives on the scene as well, and the umpire throws it up. So Zach throws the umpire throws the footy up, and kick. Well, collected at half back now. Couple of options here. In the end, it lands all Smithfield. Just a high up and under ball from Petrie. Oh, really good tackle, jeez. Temi, Smithfield are unlucky if this goes through for a goal. It doesn't deserve it and it hits the post. That would have been so unlucky. Squire, who's been doing a lot of the kick-outs, had a fair bit of the ball due to that fact as well. That wide as well with Zoo. This one in a little bit of dispute at the minute. Zoo again back onto it. Umpire says we'll throw this one up. Smithfield coaching head just almost in a little bit of disbelief over there in the bench. How this is going. Temi looks, drills the ball inside forward 50, a one-on-one. Curry gets sat down without it, and now they just try and work their way forward. Fired back. McIntyre had Zach Scott, and now Scott's kick. A little bit of a bouncer into the centre of the defensive 50. Ball paddled back. Chasing after it. Picked up. Fired back. The calls are finished, and the kick across the ground. Smithfield still defending at the minute. Snap coming from Williams. And it's a behind. So again, they survive. They're just playing with fire a little bit here, Smithfield. Squire with the ball. Squire's kick is out wide, and it was brilliant as well. Towards Craig, he wasn't quite able to take it. No one's going to be thrown back up here. So plenty of numbers arrive for both teams. A 19-point ball game here. 1-4-10, plays 4-5-29. Ball goes up. In the end, brought down in the tackle. There was one of the Smithfield players. Ball spills loose. Oh, well done. Able to shake off Young. Drilling ball across. And a mark taken as well. Looks to be Williams. The kick was pristine in the end. It came from Babulka. And now Williams looks to go back and kick at goal. Goes through his routine, just takes a moment to assess what he's got in front of him. Kicks true. And it holds its line. Lutheran move away again. They've had a really, really good game so far. Playing some great football at the minute. And in the end, McShane's joined by Williams, the only goal kickers in the second term. 5-5-35, 1-4-10. Not been the best of starts there for Smithfield to this quarter. 25-point ball game. Still plenty of time left in this one. Of course, this is the 5AA Division 7. Great to have your company on Filming Footy on the YouTube channel. Good to have some footy back on the YouTube channel from an Adelaide Footy League point of view. Meanwhile as well, don't forget, we've got Archie's Filming Footy, Macro Merchandise, Sportal Scoreboard, Dartfish and Sam Doman and Co Real Estate. Great to have them on board for the Smithfield Footy Club, Ray White, Anglevale, Allied Waste, Seven Men, Elizabeth Shopping Centre as well, all helping out them. So it's good to have them on board. Meanwhile, it's a good kick inside forward 50 there. Just past the intended target of what he was aiming for there, Zoo. And then that one is going to be holding the ball. So a free kick going the way of Smithfield. An opportunity to kick a goal. They have not kicked a goal in a little bit of time. They desperately need this one here. So Sewer's on the kick. They had to come back onto the ground there. Is Jaden Catford. So it is able to do. Meanwhile, Sawyer's kick. Just across the face, fell in the pocket. That one's going to end up over the line. Just enjoyed a conversation between Presley and Catford, their coaching staff. Was about to come back into play. Ball tapped down. Oh, it's a great tackle there, laid, as everyone takes their time to just sort of assess the options. Over the line it goes. 1-4-10, 5-5-35. And a wet and wild day out at Smithfield, sorry. Ball 12 back in. Slapped away. Fired backwards. Again, everyone just sort of trying to get this one out. There's Zach Scott again. Had a couple of disposals. Him and Zoo. Certainly been some of the better players for Smithfield. Meanwhile, the ball worked back out and fired through hands as they just try and work it out here at Smithfield. They're unsuccessful in that task, and here come Adelaide Lutheran inside forward 50. Owen marked it on his chest just about. Here it is, 1-on-1. It's going to have to be a pretty good mark by Curry. At the back, it falls into the open goal. And Lutheran work it from one end to the other. Pristine footy as Williams drills home another. So Williams becomes the first multiple goal kicker on the day. 2 in this quarter. McShane also a goal. And Smithfield, 6-5-41, 1-4-10. Not looking like it's been their day so far. Did have a lead as high as 7 points at one stage, but now the game high sits at this margin, 31 points. As it's sun, we've got the sun coming out, which is nice. Going to be nice for the players as well. They're ready to go again. Centre of the Smithfield Oval. Ball 12 aloft. There's a few players arrive on the ball, not able to get that one out there. It's going to be thrown back up, Ruiz. He's looks pretty good so far. Another one that might be in line for some Archies post-match. Ball thrown up. Almost extracted out in the end. Umpire waits and we get that one thrown aloft. Tap down, through hands. That one's not worked out too well there. As meanwhile, Lutheran trying to just work it backwards, collected in the end. Kick off a step. Inside forward 50, it bounces towards the line. Can it sit? It doesn't. Just trickles out. Mitchell Taylor was the player it went out in front of. Smithfield, great to be out here in the north of Adelaide. If you're looking for a club to come play some footy at, and you're out here, good place to come and play. Meanwhile, if you're a little bit more on board, Adelaide Lutheran, probably you could play there too. Kick inside forward 50. Oh, Owen, waiting by himself. Young was caught napping, and Owen's kick into the corner towards Curry. Geez, he's playing some hot footy at the minute. Meanwhile, that one's across ground. Scott needs to be clever, and so that's Squire, apologies. Squire's kick. Then it found Scott. There we go. So I was a little bit ahead of myself. Well, dropped and kick off a step. Collected and sent back in the other way. Curry was there, tried to block it, wasn't able to. Scott, can he get out of this one now? He's got 2 players around him. Umpire says that'll be mine. Gave Scott the benefit of the doubt because there were a couple of Adelaide Lutheran players with some hands out. They wanted that one to go their way. Meanwhile, the ball goes back up. Tap forward. Umpire says we'll have it. As I mentioned, Scott's been having a pretty good quarter. His numbers on the years as well. 169 career games, 18 goals. This season, 9 games, 0 goals. 3 best players for him. Meanwhile, that kick's gone out. It's going to be brought back in to play by Squire, who's ended up with the football there. So, kick finds Scott. So those two combining nicely. I'll have a look at Squire's numbers as well in a minute. Kick out wide. Starry, it was a beautiful ball from Zach Scott. That was poetry to watch. Starry tries to get around, does well. Arches the back. And collected in the end. Really nice work as well from Packer. His kick inside forward 50. Curry needed to be strong and was. So he looks. Oh, a bit of a mongrel off the side of the boot there. Wasn't at all what he had intended. Ball will be a little bit heavy, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Young, he got his hand pass off and then the kick out of the defensive 50. He's going to come back the other way though. Ball into the pockets. And McShane an opportunity to go back for number 2. See what he's able to do here. He works his way back. His numbers, by the way, on the year. McShane's numbers 11 and 18, so hasn't played a lot of footy before. Let's see what he's able to do. Kicks at goal, and the umpire looks, the umpire waits, and the umpire signals a goal. So there we go. Everyone moves back to position. He did end up kicking it. So that's actually his 20th goal of the year because he kicked 19 already. He kicked his 19th already. And another one added to his list then. So McShane becomes the second multiple goal kicker alongside Williams. And both of them hadn't touched the scoreboard or really had any real influence in the game until quarter time. That's certainly changed in this second quarter. 1-4-10, 7-5-49. Smithfield, great place to be. Not playing great footy at the minute though, unfortunately for them. Been beaten all around the ground. Some really nice ball movement at the minute. Ball collected and no one able to quite win that one out, and that one's going to be free kick. He drills the footy up and inside the forward 50. Collected almost there by Catford. He wasn't able to quite win that one out. Ball fired back and then a high up and under. Working towards the line, and there's a player down at the minute. He's in all sorts of pain. That player, off right, who's just hobbling around. Hasn't been one that's been a particularly bad player either. Very handy player for Smithfield meanwhile. Marching forward. No, Lutheran. De Perez's kick gets out wide, and then everyone just holds up. Slow moving football at the minute. Ball in the centre of the ground. Off Richer, he went in and tried to win it. That one's going to be a free kick, and that one's going to be a ball up, sorry, going basically in the centre of the square from when we started the game. A little under an hour ago now. 1-4-10, 7-5-49. That's, of course, on the Sportal scoreboard. Umpire says that one's going to be a free kick on the way of Adelaide Lutheran. Across the ground, nice mark taken. So Dearden goes wide, and that one's play on. Umpire says we'll throw that one up. So good start for Lutheran to this term. Smithfield haven't quite had the influence they had in the first quarter. An 11-point quarter-time lead has certainly grown. It's out now at 38 points. Meanwhile, ball, centre of the ground, flicks forward, and there is the half-time siren. So it does go. Smithfield under a little bit of pressure at the minute. 1-4-10. They only moved a point in that quarter. 7-5-48. Adelaide Lutheran added all kinds of scoreboard pressure there. They've got the lead. They've got the lead by 38 points as they kicked 28 points in that quarter to just the one. Plenty more action coming up on the other side of this. We may even be able to grab a word with one of the Smithfield players, but we'll see you on the other side of the break.
Attention all community sports clubs. Community footy clubs are changing. Today, players, supporters and sponsors expect fast updates, mobile access and professional communication. That's why the Adelaide Footy League and Java Web Design have launched the official Adelaide Footy League Club website initiative. Built using modern PWA technology, these websites are ultra-fast and work like an app. Members can install the club website as an app directly to their phone, receive push notifications sent by the club. They can check team selections. This feature alone creates huge weekly traffic spikes for sports clubs. Play HQ integration for fixtures, results and registrations. Multiple options for online shops to sell merchandise and more. Deliver club news and events for multiple sports. Football, cricket, netball, basketball. Give sponsors far more visibility and value, all in one place. Unlike do-it-yourself website builders, every club website is professionally set up and supported by Java Web Design using the same technology platform as the Adelaide Footy League website. Ultra fast, easy to edit. Mobile first, built for community sports clubs. Club websites start from just $5,000 plus GST, with flexible payment options available. Plan ahead for season 2027. Book a demonstration today and see how your community sports club can benefit from this unique opportunity. Call Java on 1800 465 222.
On a couple, but if we get back to pressuring the ball again, I think the midfield started well in that first 5 minutes or so. So get back to that, we'll be right, I think.
You're involved with a pretty good goal-saving effort down there with Warrior. What was going through your head there?
Yeah, not too much to be honest. Just set we go and just play on instinct really. So yeah,
100%. Still think you guys are in this game?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're not too far off. But 6 goals. So. Like I said, get back to doing that pressure like we were in probably those first 5 minutes of the game. But the mids were hot in there early and we got the first of the game, so get back to that, we'll be right.
All right, thanks, Zach. Really appreciate you jumping on.
Mate. Cheers.
Thank you. There you go, Zach Scott. What an absolute legend. The side of this, even more action coming up.
Attention.
Our name is derived from the Greek prefix, macro, large. From the day we were born, this has been a promise for the future. We have grown through dedication, sweat, self-denial, faithful to our mission of being on the side of those who put themselves on the line. Through our name, we celebrate the greatness of those who believe there are no obstacles higher than their dreams. The courage to get back up after falling. The obstinacy of believing until the end. These are the values embedded in our logo. The Macron Hero. It's a celebration of sacrifice and tenacity. Up until your personal victory. Until your arms are in the sky. Become your own hero.
Well, g'day people, welcome back here. Smithfield, well, it's great to be here, but it has not been their day so far. 7-5-48, 1-4-10. For those that missed it, and it may be worth going back and having a listen instead of listening to me prattle on for the next couple of minutes. Right back to the start of half-time, we had a chat with Zach Scott, one of Smithfield's best and brightest. Make sure you go and listen to that. Gave us a good lot of bits of information, very well media trained as well, as I mentioned right from the top. Meanwhile, back in the other side, we have Adelaide Lutheran have been very, very good at scoreboard, now reading 38 points to the good, which is an excellent place for them to find themselves. It was only 11 at three-quarter time. So they've extended that lead out by 27 points. About to get ready to go again. Had a chat to Jack Squire as well, who said, give Zach best on. And I said, I don't know, mate, you're right into it as well. Of course, both the winning team and the losing team are going to try and do an interview with both of them at the same time. So we might grab the... looks like to be the winning Adelaide Lutheran best on at the minute, and the winning and the losing at the minute Smithfield best on at the end of the game. So stay tuned for that. Both will end up with a pair of Archies, as will Zach for doing that interview at half time. Of course, they're a great sponsor. Meanwhile, all collected. There we go, it's a long high up and under. Zoo doing some good stuff. He might find himself with a new pair of Archies. Of course, the man with the most Archies, and this isn't a particularly hard statistic to know, but it is Abe Davis from Glenunga, who's ended up with the most Archies, a real workhorse for them up in Div 1. We'll go around the grounds as well at some point. Meanwhile, Footy about to come back into play. No one's going to be a free kick, it looks to be. No, umpire said to throw him back up. And Presley was trying to do the ruck work then. Meanwhile, it's getting towards the line. Over the line it goes. So as I said, we will go around the grounds and have a look at the BTR Excavations Division 1 game in a minute. And of course, at the top of the table there, Port District Ross Trevor. Well worth having a look at that one. Ball over the line, and we'll have this one thrown back in again. So the umpire throws it back in. That one's going to be a free kick, and it looks Zoo in the end. Oh, sorry, Booth in the end. The man that gave away the free, just having a little look now. Glenunga over the top of St. Peter's at the minute. Teachery Gully leading Athelston. That's a big game. Payne and Norwood Union failing to fire at Salisbury North. Port District over the top of Ross Trevor. And Sacred Heart and Golden Grove. The closest of those games, Sacred Heart, Golden Grove, 38-41. And Athelston and Teachery Gully. And of course, that top of the table clash, Port District 8-3-51. Ross Trevor 3-2-20. So that one's going to, in the meantime, end up in a goal. Brilliant work in the end. Man getting the high fives is the number 40. So Williams ends up with another, and it's business as usual as he becomes the first man to kick 3 goals today. 9-5, 453 is what that's going to be. 1-4-10. So it is not good viewing if you are of the persuasion down Smithfield. But good to be out here, nevertheless. A good footy club. Strong roots. Meanwhile, Starry just slipped at the crucial moment. Oh, great tackle there. Boo was laying it. Meanwhile, Starry's going to pick it up again. Here he goes. Fires it through. Squire left it behind. Needed to collect and drilled the ball. Oh, brilliant kick. It was aggressive. Bamboo, and then on the outer side there, the kick coming in from Craig, just over the head. Its intended target, fired back the other way. So the ball just spilling loose. No one able to quite win this one out at the minute until Temi marks the relieving kick. So Temi looks, gets it wide. And that one's worked over the back and slips through legs, over and out. 1-4-10, 8-5, 52. So a 42-point advantage going the way of the Adelaide Lutheran there. Just needing a little bit of a reprieve, a little bit of a spark here. Starry. In the end, he didn't win. No, he ends up winning a football for in the back, so a free kick going his way. Takes off, sells a dummy round one, kicks up the line. Really nice mark taken. Falling backwards there. Is player there, Smithfield, who kicks up the line. That one's going over the line. He's going to have this one thrown back into play. Rain's starting to fall down again. And we had a momentary reprieve during half-time, but weather conditions not suited for a good game of football. A few players waiting down, nearly plunked from the pack. Kick back over the head. Well, there's Scott trying to cling on to his opponent. Gets a hand pass out. Kick down along the ground. Paddled so far, no one able really to win it out. Collected at the back. Squire bursts through a couple. Kicks. Ball out towards Scott. Those two combine so well. And here goes Scott, who kicks. And the footy's turned over. Packer ends up taking the relieving mark. Packer's kick up the line. A really great take on the outer side. Taken there by McShane. McShane turns inboard. Noel managed to find the ball. Nice mark taken as well. There on the outer side of the ground. Kick high. A couple of players waiting for it at the back. Nicely done there in the end and extracted quite nicely by Boo. Bouncing ball. As Zach Scott comes in to affect the contest and we have it thrown back out. So this one yet to really reach fever pitch. Smithfield, they looked like they were going to challenge for the first 5 minutes, but haven't really been able to do a lot since then. Kick off a step. Ball collected and turned over. Still feel like they're in the game, Smithfield, but it's quickly going away from them now. Kick up the line. It's a good entry inside forward 50. Collected. Kick coming at goal. Curry, oh, he spilt one. Might be able to finish it off. Fast thinking. And in the end, another goal goes through. Curry adds another. This has been a very good display from him. And even in the rain, the power that is Adelaide Lutheran. They'll just keep moving some good football. 9-5, 59, 1-4-10, so a 49-point advantage. And just coming from the ground here in a lot of discomfort is Starry, who's hobbling at the minute, potentially an ankle without speaking out of turn. Was held from the ground by one of his teammates and he's not happy at all on the bench. Screaming in agony. Meanwhile, that ball goes back inside forward 50. Chopped off. Really nice mark taken there by Craig. And the rain absolutely starting to bucket down. Apologies for any language you might hear from Starry. Doesn't seem to be moving too well at the minute. Kick up the line. Meanwhile, going in and trying to win it. Collected there. And the kick comes up the line. Squire chasing after it. Ball getting towards the boundary line. Just a kick forward. in a little bit of hope, more so than seeing an actual target up the ground. And Sky says I might have that one. Now the kick about to come back into play. A little bouncing towards the outer side. Collected there and kicked inside, and a really, really good ball. Mark taken in the end there. Going back to have a shot at the big sticks. Does look like it's going to be the man. Biggest Paris. See what he's able to do here. Kicks at goal. And, oh, not one of his best efforts there. Not a unknown goal kicker. Kicked 3 goals in the seniors this year, 13 overall. Played a little bit of reserves footy for Smithfield. Meanwhile, ball flicked wide. Zach Scott just off a step. Remember to get the soccer through. Now, lots of time and space for Smithfield to work this ball inside. Really nice mark taken out there. Well done there. Byra looks up. Ball inside forward 50. Rolled past Thompson. He's going to end up getting it back in the end. Snap coming at goal. Smithfield need this one. And they don't get it. So a couple of players coming off the ground now. And Starry not in any real comfort at the minute. Meanwhile, the ball going to be collected there, and the umpire says we'll throw that one up. Ball collected and fired forward. Kick came from Temmie, who just sends it inside forward 50. Nice mark taken as well. Warrior doing some nice things out there for Adelaide Lutheran. So an opportunity to kick at goal. Should go through the middle here. But we're joined by a very special guest that I might call this goal and then I'll introduce him. As Warrior just waits, an opportunity to kick through. And that is a goal. Not been Smithfield's day, but they've been very, very, very nice with their guess. Mate, talk me through it. Hasn't quite gone to plan so far.
No, definitely not, mate. But look, we're battling at the minute, and we have all year. But look, it's the boys battle through it, which is good. You know, they're out there battling away, and look, if we can string a couple together, it'd be nice later in the game and in this quarter as well.
What's happened to Phillip down there? He doesn't seem to be in too much comfort.
No, it could be. We're not sure if it's a calf or a low hamstring at the moment, but I reckon, unfortunately, his day's done.
That's unlucky. You might have been on for one of the Archies. We'll make sure we get you a pair as well for jumping aboard and helping us
Beautiful.
out. What are you guys looking to get out of the rest of the season? Obviously, you know, it looks like you guys are going to finish bottom of the ladder, unfortunately. What's the plan for the club?
Look, just maybe get some games into some of our younger kids. Like we've got young Mitchell Taylor out there today, 33, making his A-grade debut. We've got young Seth, who's 81 out there. Also, a young kid came to the club this year, and just try to get some more A-grade games into these guys. Obviously, our B-grade are up and about at the moment. I think after today's win, they're sitting 5th. So support them on the track and get them, and hopefully they can finish as high as possible and maybe play some finals footy, which will be helpful for the footy club as well.
100%. I do have to ask, Zach's got one of my great mates. What do you like about him?
Nothing at all, no. No, he's just his ability to read the footy and get to the right spots. And, last year, obviously, we were very undermanned down there, and to get Jamie McIntyre in this year releases him a little bit more to play a bit higher and a little bit different role. But just his, obviously, and his ball use is a really good distributor of the footy, as you've seen today, even in the wet. And he's courageous as hell too. He's probably one of our most courageous players as well.
Just wanted to ask as well, Bailey Thompson kicks your first goal. Been around the play as well. You're wearing the black armbands for well, not for him, but for someone he knows. You want to talk us through a little bit?
Yeah,
of that?
definitely. So young Bailey Thompson, he's one of his very, very close mates. He's got an actual tattooed on him on his rib cage. Passed away earlier in the year, and his brother actually passed away earlier this week. So for Bailey and young Mitchie, number 33 as well, and also Jamie McIntyre's nephew actually. So we walked on the blank armbands for them. I know, big shout out as well. Thankfully, thanks for having me on too. But Brahma Lodge and Central United, I know the Perna Haigs, both really big names at that club. So at Central United, so I know they'll be doing it tough down at that footy club. So our shout out from a Smithfield point of view to them, our deepest condolences, and yeah, obviously local footy, we all get around each other. So
100%. It's one of the things we do love about local footy. Why this club? Why have you decided that this is where you want to coach and sort of have the ability to influence?
Yeah, well, it was more luck than anything actually. My wife's son, Riley Hoffrichter, number 32 out there, he wanted to play some footy, and he just had some family friends that were here, and about 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago now, and I was lucky enough to come out. Well, not lucky enough probably, but lucky enough to come out. And I was just going to watch, and one of my really good mates that's no longer at the footy club, Mickey Lane, was coaching the B grade, and just said, "Look, would you help me out?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll help you out." And yeah, just stayed on from there. And lucky enough, got the A grade gig last year, which was my first ever A grade job, and obviously moved on this year. And obviously really lucky this year to make a couple of really good phone calls. Obviously rang Tomo at the start of the year, who's absolute legend, not just as a bloke, but as a football brain, and been around this footy club for many years. And he was probably the best phone call I made in the off season.
Well, what have you learnt from, I guess, your first 18 months now in charge?
Football's a funny game. It's definitely harder coaching A grade footy than it is coaching B grade, that's for sure. Just man management, really, probably the biggest one. Getting to know the different people you've got, and different sort of how they go about it, and how you got to treat them, and not everything comes up roses sometimes.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, you're right. You're 100% right there. Taking back a couple of weeks ago, West Croydon first win. Was that your first win in charge?
No. So we had one last year as well.
No.
And yeah, that was our first one this year. So that was a big day for obviously Tomo and Bailey and a couple of our other blokes that played there as well. So to get that under our belt, we actually thought it might have actually turned our year around a bit, but unfortunately we've come up against some really good sides over the last couple of weeks too. Obviously Lutheran setting the benchmark again, like they normally do when they come down from 6 or whatever. They're just a quality outfit, and obviously Duff the great man too, and got a lot of respect for that man and what he's been around footy, and we've always had good challenges, and I just can't seem to beat Adelaide Lutheran ever. So,
well, look, I don't think it's going to be your day today, but hopefully the next time you play them next season, or maybe a couple of seasons later, now that looks like they're going to go up.
Yeah.
But a couple of seasons from now, it'll hopefully be your day. But thanks for jumping on so much. Really
not a drama at all,
it.
Lockie. All the best for the rest of the call, mate.
All right, thank you. You're more than welcome to hang out in the gazebo until the weather goes as well. Back in the centre. Great to hear from the A grade coach there at Smithfield. Does a really good job with the charges it is at his disposal. Meanwhile, the ball goes back inside forward 50 as the rain starts to hail. This is not the place to be in terms of good weather. You want to be inside, but if you want to see good footy, this is the place to be. So, good wet weather football at the minute at Smithfield. Great to hear from Mark Podds as well. He is the A-grade coach. Goal coming up, you would think, as the rain just starts to pour. And it is straight through the middle. As you can see that the goal umpire signal. 11-5. 59 that is. 11-5. 11-5-65, sorry. That was a little off. 1-6-12. It is bucketing down. Not even 12 there they've put on the board. There you go, 11-5-71. So, it is wet, it is wild. Smithfield Football Club. Just got a thumbs up there from Presley, who's just come to the bench looking a little bit drowned almost. Might see if I can get him on in a minute. Meanwhile, the ball's flicked off. A kick at goal coming. Another one in a couple of minutes. Not quite to beat. No, never mind. Presley's time on the bench was short-lived. There you go, the support from the bench coming in. Meanwhile, coming to the bench now and taking his leave, Mitchell Taylor, making his A-grade debut, as we heard there from Mark Podds. Certainly been a fun day here at Smithfield. The weather, not really turned it on. This is the kind of weather you want during the working week when you don't have to be outside. Well, in my case, a few of these boys will be outside all days of the week. And the ball's back across across on the outer side of the ground, collected almost there, charging through. Just a kick up towards a little bit of hope. There's Owen. He tapped it forward. No one's going to be thrown back up there. So centre of the ground. We're on the wing just about. No one's going to be thrown back up there. Ball almost came back in as the kicks. Thrown forward almost. Now if it starts to work forward. One's now behind, so it's going to be taken out. Looks like Squire's going to take the kick out. From Taylor's first game of the year, sorry. Apologies. Meanwhile, kick now in Temmy's hands. So Temmy's going to have an opportunity to go back and kick at goal. Kick true. There is another goal added to the list, so lots of embracing coming around there. Really nice goal, some more waterfalls off the top. Out for the conditions. And Temmy was able to steer one home. So I believe that's his first on the day. It is. And for Temmy, 10 goals, 11 goals now this season. Former Goodwood Saint Junior. Back in the centre, we get ready to go again. Ball left behind, collected, fired out in the end. There's a good hand pass forward. Meanwhile, ball intercepted and coming back the other way. Inside forward 50. Lutheran looking really good at the minute. Oh, good tackle. Should be picked up. Dished forward in the end. Dearden was involved again. He's really lifted in this second half. Players chasing all after the ball. Owen fires it forward. Dearden again. Just a kick inside forward 50. Needs a target. There's 3 around it here for Smithfield. Ball left behind. An opportunity at goal. Oh, fends off the ever-reliable Scott. And the kick at goal coming. No. Collected there by Temmy. Just trying to move it forward now. Still Smithfield in the pocket. Shot coming at goal and Curry's missed. So that throws the head back in frustration. This has been a good game of football so far. Going to the bench, it's cold. The players look almost frozen. Another kick down the ground. Now there in front of Catford, who sees it over the line. Big Port Adelaide man, Catford. Wonder what he'll be thinking ahead of the Saints. Well, I say ahead, but that game's just about over now. St Kilda and Port Adelaide. Meanwhile, ball brought forward here by Owen. Side forward 50, that's taken over the line. So this one thrown back into play. 1-6-12. 12-7-79. And a wet and wild day. That's thanks to the Sportal scoreboard. Well, that's come back in. And there is the goal. As in the end, another one added to the list. Williams just keeps keeping on. Another one for him. I believe that's his 4th there. His 13th goal now. 13-7-85, 1-6-12. Turning into a little bit of a blowout here. Still plenty of time on the clock. There's both a positive and a negative. Smithfield get a little bit of a move on. Potentially they can close this margin. A little bit of respectability back on the scoreboard in a season that hasn't seen them with a lot of success. As I flick back to the top of my list. Defeated heavily by West Croydon in round 1. Hackham in round 2. Central round 3. Brummer Lodge round 4. Adelaide Lutheran was their worst loss of the season in round 5. Flinders Uni. Mitchell Park, again, another heavy defeat there. West Croydon was the game they won, which was good. Hackham wasn't too bad in the end. Central United and Brummer Lodge was relatively close in the end. Brummer Lodge just able to get away from them in the end. So it's been a hard year for Smithfield. The Panthers. Have a look at the other side of that as well. Mitchell Park, a good win for Adelaide Lutheran round 1. Another good win against Flinders Uni. Good win against West Croydon. Hackham was a closer game they probably would have liked, only getting over the line by 16 points in round number 4. Round 5 was that big win against Smithfield. They got the job done pretty heavily against Central United as well. Brummer Lodge was a close game. That was their only loss of the season. Mitchell Park was relatively close as well. Flinders Uni, they got the job done in the end by 101 points. And West Croydon, they defeated by 18 points before Hackham, where they got the job done by around about that 50-point mark. To end the season, Central United and West Croydon, so they'll be looking forward to that next week. The Adelaide Lutheran side, meanwhile, Flinders Uni, Mitchell Park, both teams home and then away, and then, of course, the split to end off the year before finals. The grand final of this competition is usually a little bit earlier than the other competitions. I think it'll be the first week of September, so you're looking at a September 5th finish this year, or September 6th finish, this year. Meanwhile, the ball is going to be thrown back up here. And there's a little bit of argy-bargy now. So maybe just a little bit of feeling out there. Smithfield players unhappy. And there's a yell straight over the top from the Smithfield Brain Trust, directed at the bench of Adelaide Lutheran. And I'm not going to repeat it, I'm going to assume you all heard it though. Meanwhile, McShane goes across the ground. Now inboard. Mark taken there and just twisting around to have a little bit of a look at the options inside forward 50. Bouncing ball towards the pocket. Kick across goal. Leading at it. No one able to quite take that one there. Extracted in the end. Good work by Zoo. Ball sent back though. And there's a really nice mark as well. Taken by Dearden, who's going to look to kick another goal. So you would suspect Adelaide Lutheran to go and play in the grand final of this competition, most likely against Central United. Brummer Lodge could also challenge for that too. Kick going across the face. And a little sphere behind. For Smithfield, it looks like they'll be finishing in last. I mean, we said it to Mark Podds, senior coach. Kick across towards Zach Scott, who's taken a good mark. And finds Squire. Squire's kick. And then across ground. And ball just left behind in the end, so it should be collected here almost, just scrapping away, trying to work it forward. Zoo again gets the hand pass out. Kick off a step. Over the head, just about, and collected. Here they are, left behind. That's not ideal. Still, they scrap away. That was left behind by Boo in the end. Meanwhile, that one's going up and collected. Ball's drilled inside, off the hands of Curry, and Curry. Another hand pass came out in the end by Smithfield. Collected. An opportunity coming at goal. Kicking, and drilling it. Needed a bounce to go through. The goal kick by Izzo. And there was no stopping that. So another one goes through. 1-6, 12, 14-7, 93. And the 100-point ball game definitely on now. Izzo kicks goal number 53 of his career, 5 on the season for him. He's ended up in the season's best 2 times. And he played 69 times, now 70 times for Adelaide Lutheran, and kicked 40 goals for them now. Played at Tasman as well, 126 games and 12 goals for them. Meanwhile, back in the centre we go. There it is, 3-quarter time, 1-6, 12, 14-7, 93. It's been 14-7, 97, my math was a little off there. So a margin of 85 points. That is not what you want to see if you're of the Smithfield persuasion. Adelaide Lutheran, we've got 1 quarter left. Can they keep adding to the Smithfield panel? Will Smithfield get a little bit of respectability back? Also on watch for the 100-point demolition job here. But other side, plenty more action coming up. We'll see you then.
Our name is derived from the Greek prefix, macro, large. From the day we were born, this has been a promise for the future. We have grown through dedication, sweat, self-denial, faithful to our mission of being on the side of those who put themselves on the line. Through our name, we celebrate the greatness of those who believe there are no obstacles higher than their dreams. The courage to get back up after falling. The obstinacy of believing until the end. These are the values embedded in our logo. The Macron Hero. It's a celebration of sacrifice and tenacity. Up until your personal victory. Until your arms are in the sky. Become your own hero.
Welcome back, everybody. It has been a great game of footy so far, especially if you are the Adelaide Lutheran persuasion. They lead this one 1-6-12 to 14-9-93. There was a little bit of confusion to how many they've actually put past Smithfield, but it was corrected at the break. Meanwhile, that one's going to be thrown back up. Rain certainly hasn't given it the best conditions for the players. But trust you're enjoying the coverage wherever you may be watching from. Kick out of the pack. Bouncing towards the boundary line. Oh, just a kick off hope and a big fist over the top from Craig. Well done. Now they still try and scrap and work it forward. No one able to really extract that one out, and the umpire says we'll throw that one up. Good to hear Philip Starry on the bench, absolutely trying to drive his players on. That's all you'll be able to hear coming through the effects marks on the screen. Ball goes up again. Tap forward. No one able to quite win that one there as the ball's flicked across the ground. Players chasing after it. Ball dished forward and then punched again. No, it's a great tackle in the dirt, umpire says. We'll have that one thrown up. So the scoreboard now reads 1-6-12, 14-9-93. That's, of course, on the Sportal scoreboard. Thanks to Sportal for jumping aboard, helping us out this year across all the streams we'll see in the Adelaide Footy League, both filming footy and, of course, behind the paywall as well, which I can encourage you to go and do. That's real good use of $20. Gives you access to all the games live. Don't forget Ray White, Angle Vale, Allied Waste, 7 Men, Elizabeth Shopping Centre. And they're all helping out Smithfield to stay the great club that it is. And of course for us, Archie's filming footy, of course. Great to be back on the YouTube channel. Trust you're enjoying the coverage from wherever you may be watching from. Micro Merchandise, Sportal Scoreboard, Dartfish and Sandoman & Co Real Estate. They sponsor what caught our eye, so make sure you tune into that. That'll be, I believe that's recorded up at Elizabeth this week, just in line with our Div 7 sponsorship commitments this week, as that ball goes inside from Presley, so wasn't quite the smooth moving hound dog kick he had in mind. Meanwhile, that's worked its way out in a little snap at goal. Playing goalkeeper back there though. Good work from Adelaide Lutheran. That's just a tunnel ball that would have taken a worm's head off. Kick coming now. Say, did he kick it? He didn't. So behind goes through 1-7-13, 4-9-93, 14-9-93, sorry. You must say, at some point, did Smithfield kick themselves out of this? Could have been a lot closer. 8 scoring shots to... Well, that's around about 25, so maybe not kick themselves out of it, but they could have made it closer than what they did. You know, even if it's half, 4 goals. All of a sudden, it's a little bit more respectable. Probably puts 100 out of reach. Right now, though, that's still well in play. Kick from Petrie was just inside forward 50 with no real hope on it. Oh, at the back, here we go. Collected here, turning. Calls a caddy goals, and he just couldn't get it on target there. Catford. Hasn't been a bad year, though, from Jaden Catford. As I mentioned, keen Port Adelaide man. 9 games, 4 goals. 2 bests on. 25 games he's played now. Oh, sorry, apologies. Yeah, 25 games he's played now for Smithfield. Kicked 8 goals across his time with the footy club. So building something quite special out here, Smithfield. I know it doesn't look like it at the minute, but it's a good place to be. Been very embraced. Both me and Josh is bringing you great shots on the camera. Meanwhile, that kick out wide. No one able to quite get on the end of that. Collected and just trying to paddle it to himself. Did well. Brought it back inside. Zach Scott again. Kick and chopped off in the end. All left behind. It was Nishki that was working back there. Ball fired out the outer side. Toward the boundary line it goes. Just off a step. High up and under. And again, Caddy's just hanging out ready to go. that's going to be a tackle. It's a great tackle, and the umpire says it's holding the ball. So here goes Smithfield. They might find themselves out of drama here. Hand pass backwards to go forwards, and then backwards again. So they able to get round their opponent, and a great ball inside. Really nice mark taken as well. So Digis Paris gave it off. And a kick up the line, heavy contact made. And hopefully there Williams is okay. Got really clattered into. Really unhappy as coming to the bench there, Sawyer. As you can hear, complaints starting to work their way through, and Starry's back out on the field as well. Wasn't expecting to see him back out there. Meanwhile, well collected there, and the kick goes inside forward 50, going all the way and just missing. So kick's going to come in here from Squire.
You can't do something, they suck. You don't do it, they fucking suck. Useless cunt.
Absolutely not happy there, Sawyer.
Everyone's got a fucking opinion. No one wants to fucking step up.
Our kick from Scott. That one's going to be thrown back up. Ball goes up there. They're down rotations here, Smithfield. Everyone looking to come to the bench. Oh, off hands. That one's not a great kick. Chasing after it now. Getting it towards, and a crucial slip there. Wrong moment. Again, that one's collected. Well done. The man that wanted to come off just a few minutes ago was Thompson. Still he goes all right. That kick from Owen. And on the intercept, he's back inside forward 50, inside the attacking zone. Warrior looking to fight on. Wasn't able to do much there. Meanwhile, gets towards the boundary line. Trapped there. Temmie. Ball flicked out. There's Warrior over the top. In the end, gave it straight. That looks to be Squire out there. His kick is just over the head. Oh, that kick straight in the hands of the waiting Temmie, and Temmie just twists and turns, tries to centre the ball back in. Should have done that successfully. Williams fires the footy out. Kick coming at goal. And it falls to the wrong side of the post. So McShane misses. No, McShane goals. There you go. So McShane gold. I thought it fell the wrong side of the post. Apologies there. This one ticks on 15-9-99. 1-8-14. Wind's still blowing, but the rain seems to have gone away, which is good news for those looking forward to the AFL tonight here in Adelaide. But meanwhile, Adelaide Footy League. It's been good fun down here. 5AA. Division 5. Been great to have you. Great to have your company throughout the broadcast. And for those watching later on in the week, trust you've had a good start to the week down here in lovely Adelaide. Hopefully the weather's improved a little bit. Meanwhile, that's a really nice tackle. Zach Scott laying that one. So Scott back in the middle. See what he's able to do. Ball goes up. And it was Presley trying to feed the ball out, unable to do that. Meanwhile, that one's going to be thrown back up again. So we wait. Ball gets back underway. Oh, well done. That was absolutely genius in the end as the kick goes inside forward 50. That was worked out nicely towards Curry. And collected, umpire set advantage, so play on. Oh, that kick into the hands there. Oh, he's moving very well at the minute. There's a kick's going to come across ground. And a really nice mark taken as well. So well done. Really strong effort in the end. Sanford's going to go back for goals, but none of that is without the hard work of Benjamin Digest Peris, who has just been absolutely on fire. Able to win the football out through that clearance, taps it to himself, taps it along the ground towards a teammate. 3 repeated efforts, and in the end, an opportunity to go back and have a shot at goal. So a kick coming at goal here. Sanford, the player to take it, drops the footy. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. So another goal goes through. So far on Sanford's season. Ended up playing 8, 7 in the senior. Kicked 2 goals in the reserves and 4 in the senior competition. Yet to register a best on. Played 67 games and kicked 59 goals, now 68 and 60 respectively for Adelaide Lutheran. So back in the centre he'll go. This hasn't quite been the day for Smithfield, but a really good effort there. Meanwhile, that ball's going to work its way up. It's going to be thrown back up again. 16-9, 105. 1-8-14. That's the scoreboard, thanks to Sportle. And the ball goes up again. Not able to really win that one out. Zach Scott in the middle of that. He ended up with the football. Umpire says, I love it, thank you. The ball goes up again. That one's going to be thrown back up as well. Good effort as well. Don't forget, Div 7. I'm sure it'll get a lengthy chat on between the posts. Certainly worth tuning into that. Ball goes up again. So extracting it out the back and just a kick forward in a little bit of hope. At the back they go. Waiting, plenty of players around with the number, and that one's going to end up over the boundary line. Just looking at who might be on for an Archie. It'd be hard to go past the key forwards that have kicked some goals today for the visitors of Adelaide Lutheran. Meanwhile, the ball's on the outer side. Kick coming. Didn't offline. Goal kicking sheet, which is what I was trying to find. Big Shane's had a couple. Williams has had a couple as well. Curry, I thought Warriors was important for them up forward as well. So potentially an opportunity for any of those guys to end up. Temmie's been good. Did just Paris has had opportunities as well. Meanwhile, a free kick's coming at goal. So an opportunity here. Thrown on the boot. High up and under. And missed just about everything in the end there. Did Bentart, who's looks to be getting some advice at the minute from the opposition. Yet to kick a goal this year. Kicked 2 so far in his career. 23 games for Adelaide Lutheran. 23 in his career, so played them all for the team he currently plays at now. Meanwhile, that football slipped over. The player slipped over as he gets towards the line. That one's going to be thrown back into play. For Smithfield as well, don't forget they do have an award winner as well, just in terms of Archie, so it's not going to be anything too spectacular. Spectacular in terms of their Archies, and they're great, but in terms of extravagant prizes, we don't have anything there today except for the Archies. Meanwhile, there has been some good players from them. Obviously, Zach Scott. Well, he's already got himself a pair for jumping on and helping us out with the interview. Meanwhile, more water falls off the tarp. Hoff's been okay. Squire's been pretty good as well. McIntyre, Thompson as the goal kicker, potentially an option for the Archies. And we do have sizes that probably work better with Thompson, more so than anybody else. A couple of big ones here between the 5 or 6 or so that we've brought. Dartfish beanies as well. An opportunity to grab them, but they might need to go through the wash. A little wet. Meanwhile, the ball's going to go up as well. So, spectacular prizes, just nothing too out of the ordinary for those that are big fans of the Adelaide Footy League. Trust you've enjoyed coming down to Division 7 with us today. Meanwhile, a free kick going the way of Williams, who's had a pretty strong game today. Certainly put himself in the discussion for the Archies. I think he was one of the players we highlighted before. 16-10, 106, 1-8-14. That's the scoreboard. So an opportunity to drag this one even further forward, up towards 98 points. How's the kick? Across the face. So that's a behind, and 16-11 becomes the score. So kick up the ground. Nice mark taken there. Trying to find its way, and Petrie, sticky mitts, got it. That's tough to do in wet conditions. Kicks down the line. Off hands. Not able to quite win that one there against the boundary line, trying to work it back in. No one's going to go over and out and have that one thrown back into play. Ball tapped. Fired out. Chasing after it there. Well done. Boo gets it forward. And there was the play there in Caddy, just sent it back towards Squire. A nice mark taken as well. So an opportunity at goal coming up. And it's a player here in Miles with the ball. Been relatively unsighted today as yet another Smithfield casualty comes through Zoo. Meanwhile, that ball is a free kick going the way of Lutheran, and despite the arguments that the Smithfield player will protest his innocence, Smithfield player annoys. Had a very good game today. We might have to grab him in the end. Best on. He might be our pick in the end, but yeah, stay tuned. That'll come up post-game. So, meanwhile, Scott trying to work his way forward. And inside forward 50 it goes. So a kick at goal coming up now. No! Did he play on? Umpire said he did, so it's going to be a holding the ball free kick going the way there of McIntyre. So Jamie McIntyre with the ball. Kicks inside. Wasn't quite Smithfield's day. A very, very good Adelaide Lutheran side. All they needed to do was come here today and win. Just keep those wins sticking over. Well, they've won in some emphatic style. Meanwhile, at the back, extracted away, a bouncing ball. Kick down the wing, and not a bad effort inside forward 50. Just needs to keep his feet here. So what can Phillip do? Has the ball now, Starry. Kicks inside forward 50 at the back. Nearly got on the end of one. It's going to work out. A goal was threatening, and a behind from inside the centre, from inside the goal square. Miles, he can't quite believe it. And another one trickles through the minor column. 1-9-15. Accuracy away from Smithfield today. Still though, a great game of football. And a kick down along the ground. Left behind, collected. And the umpire says, I'll throw that one back in. So waiting now for the final whistle. They have been for a little while in this one. That one's off hands and collected on the boundary line. A kick inside forward 50. It's going to be thrown back up. Oh, even I'm getting a little bit of advice from the coaching staff now. Actually, thanks to Mark, he jumped on before. Been fantastic all day. And real host is up. Oh, there was an effort there. At a screamer. And that one's gone over the boundary line. We'll have that one thrown back in. Effort came from Irwin, who, well, he's known as a little bit of an enforcer. Said he was going to get involved in a couple of skirmishes today to me pre-game. Ball came back in. Tapped, and that's going to be play on, said the umpire. So Irwin trying to work his way through. A kick against the boundary line. Handball given forward, and here they go. Inside forward 50, a drilling ball that just bounces past the intended target there of Warrior. Oh, well done. The extraction was great. One bounce. Loose kick up the line, left behind, intercepted in the end, by the Smithfield players, and the kick out wide. Kick. And a really nice mark taken by Owen. So Owen looking to find someone inside forward 50. Warrior punched away. McIntyre closed like Superman and made sure that one was stopped. Rain starting to threaten again. Might ruin the post-match interviews, which isn't ideal. But it's been a fun game of football. A great opportunity to come down and showcase Division 7 in the Adelaide Footy League. 5AA is where I was going with that. Kick out wide. Scott fires off the hand pass. Not one of his most effective disposals today. Been up there for Smithfield's best. Around the line and the kick. Inside forward 50. They look gassed, the Smithfield players. Adelaide Lutheran haven't quite found a second wind either. Now there's a little bit of argument going on between a couple of players. Petrie was getting a little bit of an earful. Ball inside, should be finished off. And there it is. The celebrations will truly unfold now. Bernard ends up on the scoreboard. And they come from everywhere. A brilliant effort from him. And almost a sign from the gods with the double rainbow. You'll be able to see that on the camera shot. Josh doing an excellent job up there, but brilliant effort as well from Bernard. I mean, we talked about it. 23 games, all of them have been here. 2 goals, 10 games this season, yet to kick a goal. That now changes. Picked a good time to do it as well. So it wasn't quite to be today. Outclassed a little bit. Back in the middle we go. And for Smithfield, the question marks continue. West Croydon, they thought their season would turn around. It didn't quite. Adelaide Lutheran, still too good. Not quite to the tune of what it was in round 5. So a positive at the home of the Panthers. They've closed that gap by about 100 points. But the gap to the top is still a long way. Meanwhile, the ball hung on, and that was going to be a free kick there. Going the way of Sanford, who just gets it inside forward 50. Now it's collected. McIntyre's kick. He goes right up to the top of the list with the number 1 in Holloway. Not quite able to find the knockout punch with that kick. Of course, his namesake will be looking for that tomorrow. Meanwhile, that ball's collected at the back, putting his head over the footy and not getting rewarded for it. The umpire says we'll throw that one up. 1-9-15. And it looks to be 17-11, 113. So 98 points the difference at the minute. Smithfield will be desperate to keep that one under 100 points. For Adelaide Lutheran, the job was simple. Win and they stay top of the ladder. No was never under any real threat, barring the first 5 minutes of this contest where it looked like Smithfield were coming out to sing some songs. Meanwhile, the kick inside forward 50. bouncing ball. They actually kicked the first of the day, Smithfield, but from there, 17 uninterrupted. Had a game high lead of 7 at one point. But that is a long time in our rearview mirror now. Ball with Squire, who backs back. Had a lot of the footy, Squire, a few of it from kick out, so that'll be taken into consideration. Kick up the line. No one's over the line. Meanwhile, there's a fire truck buzzes by in the background. Hopefully everyone's okay there as the tap goes forward. No one ends up over the boundary line. A good opportunity to go one more time around the ground. Archies, they bring us our best on ground. They're going to bring you the interviews you'll see in a minute as well. So a massive thank you to them in terms of sponsorships. Other sponsors do include as well Filming Footy, Dartfish, great to have them on board as well. Meanwhile, also Macro Merchandise, Sportal Scoreboard, and Sam Coleman and Co Real Estate. There it is. Adelaide Lutheran come and again prove they are too strong. Smithfield strapped to the bottom of the ladder. And that is a very, very nice win. 1-9-15. Plays 17-11, 113. So they avoid the 100-point loss, which is a positive for Smithfield. A little fist pump there as Mark goes by to shake the hands of his opposing coach. Really good effort from everybody involved here at Smithfield. A massive thank you to their sponsors as well. Mustn't forget that. Ray White, Anglevale, Allied Waste, and 7 Men Elizabeth Shopping Centre. I've been Lockie Gould. Josh has been on the camera. He's been bringing you the excellent shots you've seen today. Filming Footy back on the YouTubes. Great to have it back. And we are looking forward to next week. We'll go grab you a couple of post-match interviews, then we'll wrap it up properly. But for now, enjoy the silence, collect your thoughts, and we'll see you on the other side of this one. Nelson, mate, talk me through it. It was a pretty impressive win in the end.
Yeah, look, just good to get the win. It's always tough playing wet weather footy out this way, but far from home. So yeah, just good to get the win. Yeah.
The boys are obviously giving you a little bit of encouragement. What's it like being teammates with them?
Look, it's hard work, to say the least, but yeah, no, love coming out and playing with them every week, and yeah, so I love the boys.
Where do you think the game was won today? Was it just you guys a little bit more classy than them?
I think just our endurance. Rich coming from me, I'm the unfittest bloke out here, but yeah, all the rest of the boys are pretty fit and can run a game out, so yeah, I think we just stuck at it a little bit longer, which is good.
Obviously you got the Archies, looking forward to putting them on?
Mate, absolutely, mate. Going to Bali for 2 weeks in a few days, so this will be perfect, so lovely.
Perfect. Nice. Enjoy Bali, and thanks so much for jumping on.
Mate, thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Nelson Williams, superstar, and the team absolutely love it. Adelaide Lutheran really enjoying that one in the end. Speak to you guys soon. Well, great words there from Nelson. You can hear in the background the boys singing the song. They get the job done very convincingly in the end. 98 points was the final margin. For Smithfield, a lot of thoughts go out to them. By the way, we weren't quite able to grab an interview with Zoo, but he was Smithfield's best on for mine. We'll still go and give him the thongs and grab a photo. But it was a really good day at the office for Adelaide Lutheran. They get the job done. They just simply had to win, and they did. So they maintain their status as the best in the 5AA Div 7. A massive thank you to all our sponsors. They were absolutely fantastic today as well. We can't do it without them. And of course, the sponsors for Smithfield as well for having us out here. They gave us access to some fantastic facilities. So firstly, a thank you to the Smithfield Footy Club. Good luck for next season and beyond down in Div 7. But meanwhile, Ray White, Anglevale, Adelaide Waste, 7 Men, Elizabeth Shopping Centre as well. They were all fantastic. It was a great day for football, a great display, and of course, thanks to our sponsors, Archie's Filming Footy. Great to be back on the YouTube there. Macro Merchandise, Sportle Scoreboard, Dartfish, Sam Doman and Co Real Estate. Don't forget they sponsor as well the What Caught Our Eye, so make sure you check that out. That is getting recorded on Tuesday, so hopefully that doesn't affect the publication time as well of between the posts. You can check out a wrap there on Div 7. Great day for football. Congratulations again to Adelaide Lutheran. Commiserations to Smithfield. My name's Locking Gould. Josh has been on the camera. A massive thank you to everyone involved behind the scenes as well. We'll see you on the other side for even more footy next weekend.
Attention all community sports clubs. Community footy clubs are changing. Today, players, supporters and sponsors expect fast updates, mobile access and professional communication. That's why the Adelaide Footy League and Java Web Design have launched the official Adelaide Footy League Club website initiative. Built using modern PWA technology, these websites are ultra-fast and work like an app. Members can install the club website as an app directly to their phone, receive push notifications sent by the club. They can check team selections, This feature alone creates huge weekly traffic spikes for sports clubs. Play HQ integration for fixtures, results and registrations. Multiple options for online shops to sell merchandise and more. Deliver club news and events for multiple sports. Football, cricket, netball, basketball. Give sponsors far more visibility and value, all in one place. Unlike do-it-yourself website builders, every club website is professionally set up and supported by Java Web Design using the same technology platform as the Adelaide Footy League website. Ultra fast, easy to edit. Mobile first, built for community sports clubs. Club websites start from just $5,000 plus GST with flexible payment options available. Plan ahead for season 2027. Book a demonstration today and see how your community sports club can benefit from this unique opportunity. Call Java on 1800 465 222.
Our name is derived from the Greek prefix, macro, large. From the day we were born, this has been a promise for the future. We have grown through dedication, sweat, self-denial, faithful to our mission of being on the side of those who put themselves on the line. Through our name, we celebrate the greatness of those who believe there are no obstacles higher than their dreams. The courage to get back up after falling. The obstinacy of believing until the end. These are the values embedded in our logo. The Macron Hero. It's a celebration of sacrifice and tenacity. Up until your personal victory, until your arms are in the sky. Become your own hero.